Welcome to BC Referendum 2018, Voting for Change. My name is Michael Prince and I'm your host. And I'm delighted today to introduce our very special guest, the Chief Electoral Officer of British Columbia, Mr. Anton Boegman. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks very much.
And congratulations on your appointment. I believe you started officially as of June in this role.
That's correct. I went through the recruitment process and was appointed as of June 1st in this role.
Right.
But I've got lots of familiarity with the organization and with the electoral process in BC. For the last 8 years, I've been Deputy Chief Electoral Officer responsible for operations at the agency.
Well, we're delighted to have you here because we've had an opportunity to talk to other guests around different aspects of the referendum, and your organization clearly plays a central role and has certain responsibilities given to it under legislation. So perhaps we could begin by just, if you could explain briefly to the viewers your role and the mandate and role of Elections BC in this referendum.
Sure, very happy to. And maybe I'll just start a little bit more broadly than that.
Sure.
So, as Chief Electoral Officer in the agency, I lead Elections BC. Our role and mandate really is to administer the democratic processes, provincial democratic processes in British Columbia under the governing legislation, as you mentioned. So key for us are the Election Act, the Referendum Act, the Local Elections Campaign Financing Act, Recall and Initiative Act, as well as other specific legislation that is enacted around those processes. We administer elections, referenda, the political financing process in the province, recall and initiative campaigns, and those sorts of things. So specifically with respect to the referendum, we're responsible for administering that in a transparent, neutral, and nonpartisan way under the applicable legislation, which is the Electoral Referendum 2018 Act and its regulation. So you think about referendum. In this case, it's a vote-by-mail referendum. It's a very significant event for us. There's lots of different things happening as part of that.
Right.
Key is obviously going to be mailing out a unique and customized voting package for each registered voter in the province. That's over 3.3 million registered voters.
Right.
Then we'll be setting up processes to receive and process all those returned voting packages that we get, including screening them to make sure that we can consider them, counting and receiving ballots, monitoring the referendum advertising process, providing funds to the registered proponent and opponent groups.
Yep.
And then really importantly is providing a comprehensive public education program to voters, which includes information about the process, about the referendum, and as well in this referendum, information, factual and neutral, about the systems that are on the ballot. So it's a very involved process. Really key for us in all electoral events is accessibility. So we really want to focus on making sure that all eligible British Columbians have the opportunity to participate, and that when they do, the process is efficient and easy for them.